come together, the best from all the league, to show them how to play and form a mighty team, the pride of our region.
Hello and welcome to the Geelong Regional Footy Show. I'm your host, Wes Cusworth. I'm at the home, the headquarters of the Geelong and District Football League. We start our program with a look at netball. We have Carly Headlam and we also have Donna Francesi taking us through the action in the GDFNL.
Welcome to the GDFL Netball Show. With me, Carly Headlam. Hey, Carls.
Hi, how you going?
Good. How have you been the last 3 weeks?
Look, I've got a little bit of sinusitis, but I'll battle through. I won't get too close to you.
Touch wood, have not had anything. Touch wood. Well, Carls, a lot has happened since the last 3 weeks. In the last 3 weeks, we had 3 games left.
Yes,
since we last met.
Yes.
The ladder stayed pretty much the same, and we said the 5 teams who end up in the final was going to be Werribee, Bannockburn, Thompson, Cryo, North Geelong. Since we last met Cryo, the only difference was Cryo, North Geelong switched.
Yep.
Now, the interesting thing, though, during those 3 weeks, Werribee faced off with Thompson.
Yes.
And actually, Thompson came out victors that game, Carly.
They did in a ripper
which was by
game.
2 goals.
Yep.
Fantastic game from Thompson, obviously. Which just goes to show, and as we've said this from the start, that the league has pretty much sort of come to a level, even playing score.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree with that. Yep.
Yeah. So that was very good for Thompson anyway. So, but with that win, they were third. Cryo, North Geelong just switched over, so to speak. So we did start the finals on the weekend, last weekend.
We did.
We had the elimination finals, Carly, on.
And we saw poor old North Geelong bow out of the finals. Great to get to the finals. Karen Rowbottom did a great job to get her A-grade side to the finals, and
it was a close game though, Carly. 3 goals was the difference.
3 goals, there's nothing in it, and I have to hand it to Karen. She kept the entire team on in all their positions for the entire game, which is a big call to make. But there were only 3 goals in it. Cody Dixon, Shay Rowbottom, and Ashley Roach were the standouts for North Geelong.
And the thing is with that game too, Carly, they were even Stevens in 3 quarters, weren't they?
They were.
Like 7-11 and then, 18-19, 27 all in the third quarter. So the last quarter was really telling, and Cryo managed to score 13 out of 10, for North Geelong, which came out victors in the end. Yeah,
and look, Chloe McKernan, she didn't go on for Cryo, so I'm not sure if they were resting her, if there was something going on there. We'll soon see this weekend. That was interesting. And Cassidy Stewart was also off for Cryo in the 2nd, 3rd and 4th, so I'm not sure what was going on there either.
Well, as you say, maybe they are resting up.
Not sure what they were doing. I don't think they would have been with a 3-goal difference. I think they would have had their strongest team out there, but a great effort for North Geelong. I think they'll come out firing again next year.
But the thing is too, Carly, obviously the strength over the court overall for them players to come off and then to be replaced. Obviously the talent in that squad for that Cryo squad, they've played quite for so long, and now they've reached the finals, so I think that we're going to see them at their peak naturally,
definitely,
as we do all teams, but I think Cryo's going to be a little bit of a standout.
And they're lucky they haven't had any injuries either at this point.
True.
So I think that they're looking very, very strong.
Very true, very true. So the other game, which was on the Saturday,
the qualifying
finals, which was Bannockburn at Thompson. Now, Thompson, how strong are they? Seriously, how strong have they become the last few rounds? And to actually win by 24 goals, Carly. A shock, I think. I think everyone would have expected that game to be a bit more closer, like the game on the Sunday. But we have looked at the team sheets. We have asked around. Unfortunately, we haven't been given any sure work.
And Alex did try very hard to get Terry Corrie on board.
Yeah, Thompson. We talked to.
I think he's sealing his lips, which is unusual for Terry.
But Bannockburn had a couple. We noticed on the team sheets, Bannockburn had a couple of injuries. Like they seemed to,
well, Chloe Reardon and Georgia Connors, they came off, and not sure if they're serious injuries. I'm hoping they're not. And I have spoken to Justine. She seems to be confident going into this week that they weren't serious injuries.
But didn't give you any heads up.
Didn't
on
give me
what
much.
The injuries
she
were.
didn't give me much, but she did say that they're confident going into this week, which is great to hear that there aren't any serious injuries. But look, she made a lot of changes on the weekend. And I guess you had had to when you're down by that many.
Yeah.
But, you know, the first quarter there was only 1 goal in it, and then that's when actually Justine did make the changes. So that's probably when there were a couple of girls that came off.
Yeah.
But Thompson, got to hand it to them.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at that third quarter. Like, for them to scoot along by that many goals, and was that the injury, did you say, was in the third quarter?
There was, a couple of changes made in the third, yes.
Yeah. So 19-8,
Yeah.
you know, and then, it was just unbelievable the way they scooted away.
Yeah. And look, and
Thompson.
got to hand it to Thompson as well. They were obviously in fine form. They didn't make any changes. Georgia Hinckley didn't get on the court. They stuck to their guns and kept their team. So they're looking really good if they didn't need to make any changes.
Do you know the thing is with Terry, and we all look. Terry's been around for years, and
Yes.
we know that.
We know he has coached me. I know Terry.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
And Bellpost Terry's
Yes.
been out at Anarchy. And I think his knowledge and his ability to be able to play his plays the way he does, the way he can actually move tactically and put them in any position, and those girls actually adhere to what he says and can perform to their best in whatever position, is a credit to him as a coach.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's a great coach and has a lot of respect from all the players as well. So,
and not to be mistaken too, he knows a lot about this league.
Yes.
So
yes.
So that's an advantage for him, especially coming up against teams like Werribee and Bannockburn, and you know.
I do have to say Justine's pretty good too. She does do her homework on every single player out there and every single club. So she'll be doing her homework for this weekend, don't you doubt
as
that?
all coaches. But what I'm saying is to be able to move and shake those players in different positions and those players to fulfil those positions to what they've asked to do.
Yep.
I think that's a credit to any coach
absolutely.
who can actually achieve that by their players.
Last weekend, Erin Lang, was a standout again. She's obviously having a stellar season, along with Jessica Lowe and Alexandra Drake in goalkeeper. I think they've cemented all their positions too. I think that they're looking really good and they're going to go in.
But it's the same with Bannockburn too. Your Georgia Duncan, Shannon Peach,
Shannon
and then
Peach.
your Lee Massick, is it? Like all those players, unbelievable. Like the talent there alone. Excellent. You're right. Wouldn't have helped Justine, unfortunately, with those injuries.
Yeah, and it does rattle you an injury. You've got to think on the spur of the moment, especially someone like Justine, who is a player coach as well. You've got to make quick decisions. So it's a difficult job out there when you're a player coach with injuries.
We did notice too, like Celeste also came off on the last quarter
Fourth
too.
quarter, Celeste.
And Celeste being the potential that, like the good player that she is, that was surprising.
Yeah, look, and they did really well in the fourth quarter. Actually, it was they were up in the fourth quarter, so that surprised me.
Yeah. Anyway, great game on the weekends by all. This weekend will be telling. Anyway, we will discuss that very soon, Carly.
Thanks very much for that, girls. We'll be back with more on the other side of this sponsor announcement.